Hi, folks. Welcome to the present show of today. I'm happy to. That's today is a solo because it's me. We don't have Mindful Path that is somewhere else. Also, our guest today couldn't join, but it's actually a very good occasion for sharing the great, amazing journey that was with the present show this year. Right. So if you see, actually, we started this journey with the Mindfulness Arabian community in May, and it was just an idea, right? So, an idea to share mostly mindfulness, right? What it is, mindfulness, how important it is for everyone, um, how to start, right? When you realize it's something particularly interesting, how can we start with a good mindful practice? So all these were actually particularly interesting points for everyone, right? To know. And we started actually starting from the beginning. So if you remember, the episode of May was just okay, let's see how it is, right? Then we went to discuss about the sounds, how important is the understanding the sounds for a good mindfulness practice. We talk about the situation where when you start, right? And for me, actually, this was all a learning curve, right? So starting with, okay, in order to start the practice, I need first to feel the environment. So the sounds can be important, right? Then we consider the thoughts. You start having thoughts. What you do? Can we keep following the thoughts? Shall we always be? And in the moment when you start realizing that you have thoughts, you realize also that you don't have control with them, right? So then we went to discuss about what was mindfulness and why. Then applicability in a business environment, for example, with agile or with learning, uh, or with conversations and communication. So is it important mindfulness for communication or conversation? Is it something that can improve us? How? I'm already a great communication practitioner. I've been communicating for my whole life, and particularly in the work, I'm a professional. How can I improve it? We learned that with a mindful practice, we can improve it because we increase the feeling and listening of other around. And we can increase as well the focus on what we and how we are communicating. That is actually creates a feedback loop that becomes a very precious thing to pay in consideration while we're communicating. We discussed about the concept of equanimity, and we did we went into a discussion around judgment and what is happening actually when we are judging, why it's important to not judge during and we learn actually that judging is just an additional mind activity, right? So that it's actually draining energy from focusing on something that might be more meaningful in that particular moment. So I would like to go episode by episode, but if you get into ibm.b/depression show, you will see all the episodes we did, the one that we're going to do. So there is going to be also 2018. So since this one is the last moment of the year, because we will not meet on Christmas or on the 1st of January, because it's mostly public holiday in many areas of the world. So let's meet each other on January 8th. And during this time, there are some questions I would like as well to understand or ask you what you think about, because we have a period that is called the holiday time, where in many areas of the world, people are having generally holidays, right? Particularly between the 25th and the 1st of the year, or between the 1st of the year and the 8th, 9th of January. And this should be like the most quiet and relaxing time where we can really enjoy the time with the people that are in our families or our friends and our peers. It's time for thinking. Instead, and maybe that's only my perception, but there are a lot of activities, particularly not only in a business environment, when it's even much more complex. So if you work in a finance environment, the 1st of January becomes super heavy, right, in terms of activities. And if you're working in sales or in sales transaction support, or you do any kind of business, you want to close your deals by the end of the year. So it's a very busy time. And together with as well willing to be, with, there is maybe kids that are having some parties or some not this kind of final shows that they can prepare at school and they do in front of the parents. There might be some particular concert you want to take part of, or particular events where everybody is saying the Christmas party usually that are happening in many companies. So all of this, but conciling it also with business, makes it a very stressful period. And how can we deal instead with this really stressful period if we want to be not stressed and really enjoy? And this is actually the moment where I think mindfulness can come in, because if you realize that where this stress comes in, right? That where you have a lot of activities to do, there is a lot of coming in, things that you're not sure if you're going to effectively complete or not. All these are thoughts about the future or about your past, and definitely are not about the present. So it's by being in the present that we can find the moment of peace, right? So that is the time where we can really, with a need, start at least practicing maybe every day a minute or 2 or 10, depending on how much you can invest into a little mindful practice. You can really start with closing your eyes and breathing, focusing on your breath, and just as we did during all this present show, you can look at all the mindful minutes, pick up the one that you prefer, but just focusing on your breath is much more than enough. And if you start thinking about something, of course, come back to your breath when you can. And this you can also do during your day. So not only when you are having your mindful minute, but when you're having a particular stressful moment, turn on your mind alarm that tells you, oh, come on, you are stressed in this moment. Let's go back. Let's go back to the breath. Let's go back to realizing why this stress. So analyze the stress, follow the emotion, follow your feelings. And I'm sure this is going to be much more helpful as well to enjoy the time with the people that you love and that are around you. So this is what I wanted to share from now on. That it could be an interesting time for it. I will record a couple of episodes with Mindful Path that I will release on the 25th and on the 1st of January. So they are not live shows, but there will be videos that we will release. So wait for it. So see you on the 8th of January. And if you have any particular question or so on, I'm really happy to all those. How many subscribers we have now? Hold on, that is actually very interesting. 73 of you. I love you all. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching the present show. I'm sure you found something positive in it. If you want anything, please come as well. We had only 28 episodes, so 73 of you. There is, I guess, many of you still didn't take part in it. So please come as a guest, share your experience and how you are dealing with your life and with mindfulness. If you're interested, if you're not, and also why you're not. Or shall we all stop being mindful and follow your life in a different way? I would like to know all the point of views. And that's actually what's the essence of the show, is not only to share best practice, but also to have conversations about what is good and what is not good. So thank you for, and if you would like to take part in it, you can really simply either comment under one of the videos, or you can really reach out to me through, you find my name through my YouTube channel. You can find me, I'm on Google+, I'm also on Twitter. I can put below this video actually my Twitter account, or you can send me a message there, and from there we can get in touch and we can be part all together in the present show. What else? It's time for the mindful minute. So the mindful minute of today is just something that I usually do when I'm driving. So I'm not gonna do. I'm driving every day, right? I'm driving for 1 hour and to get to the office and 1 hour to come back. So in this case, if you're gonna drive, particularly if you're going to, buying presents for Christmas or you go to the office every day, the most important thing for this is a little body scan while you are driving, right? So you can really keep looking at on the street, right? And that's important because you really need to be paying as much attention as possible. But at the same time, feel yourself, have the helicopter view, and try to see yourself from above. See where you are. You're sitting on the car. You're looking at the street. You are hearing the sounds of the engine of your car. If it's an electric car, there is still a little bit of sound, I guess. You are actually also hearing the sounds of other cars or environments around you. And then you can start feeling your body. First, the contact with your chair. Then you can feel your body in general, right? So like your hands and your feet pressing, and driving the gear and all the rest. So once you feel all this, you're already having your little mindful time, and you can keep having it as long as you can. This could include potentially also radio or podcast, anything else you're listening. Important is that this is not something that you're completely focusing on this, but you let it go. It becomes part. So that's why radio, probably with a little music or something, becomes part of the general sounds of your environment. So this is not disturbing your mindful practice. So try it out. Let me know if this would be particularly interesting. So have fun. Happy holidays to everyone. See you in January with the present show again. And thank you a lot for following us. It's precious. So bye-bye. And as usual, please don't and never forget during your days to be mindful. Ciao.